Welcome back to Time with God series, Bible study with me, WendyMichelle Thompson. Today's reading is Numbers 23. And Balaam said to Balak, "Build me here 7 altars, and prepare me here 7 oxen and 7 rams." And Balak did as Balaam had spoken, and Balak and Balaam offered on each altar a bull and a ram. And Balaam said to Balak, "Stand by your burnt offering, and I will go. Perhaps the Lord will come to meet me, and whatever he shows me, I will tell you." And he went to a bare height. And God met Balaam, who said to him, "I have prepared 7 altars, and I have offered on each altar a bull and a ram." Verse 5. And the Lord put a speech in Balaam's mouth and said, "Return to Balak, and thus shall you speak." Balaam returned to Balak, who was standing by his burnt sacrifice, he and all the princes of Moab. Balaam took up his figurative speech and said, "Balak, the king of Moab, has brought me from Aram out of the mountains of the east, saying, 'Come, curse Jacob for me, and come, violently denounce Israel.' How can I curse those God has not cursed? Or how can I violently denounce those that the Lord has not denounced? For from the top of the rocks I see Israel, and from the hills I behold him. Behold, the people of Israel shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned and esteemed among the nations." Verse 10. Who can count the dust, the descendants of Jacob, and the number of the 4th part of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous, those who are upright and in right standing with God, and let my last end be like theirs. And Balak said to Balaam, "What have you done to me? I brought you to curse my enemies, and here you have thoroughly blessed them instead." And Balaam answered, "Must I not be obedient and speak what the Lord has put in my mouth?" Balak said to him, "Come with me, I implore you, to another place from which you can see them, though you will see only the nearest and not all of them. Curse them for me from there." So he took Balaam into the field of Zophim to the top of Mount Pisgah, and built 7 altars, and offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Verse 15. Balaam said to Balak, "Stand here by your burnt offering, while I go to meet the Lord yonder." And the Lord met Balaam, and put a speech in his mouth, and said, "Go back to Balak and speak thus." When he returned to Balak, he was standing beside his burnt offering, and the princes of Moab with him. And Balak said to him, "What has the Lord said?" Balaam took up his figurative discourse and said, "Rise up, Balak, and hear, listen closely to me, son of Zippor. God is not a man that he should tell or act a lie, neither the son of man that he should feel repentance or compunction for what he has promised. Has he said, and shall he not do it? Or has he spoken, and shall he not make it good?" Verse 20. You see, I have received his command to bless Israel. He has blessed, and I cannot reverse or qualify it. God has not beheld iniquity in Jacob, for he is forgiven. Neither has he seen mischief or perverseness in Israel for the same reason. The Lord their God is with Israel, and the shout of praise to their king is among the people. God brought them forth out of Egypt. They have, as it were, the strength of a wild ox. Surely there is no enchantment with or against Jacob, neither is there any divination with or against Israel. In due season, and even now, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what has God wrought? Behold, a people, they rise up as a lioness and lift themselves up as a lion. He shall not lie down until he devours the prey and drinks the blood of the slain. Verse 25. And Balak said to Balaam, neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all. But Balaam answered Balak, did I not say to you, all the Lord speak that I must do? And Balak said to Balaam, come, I implore you, I will take you to another place. Perhaps it will please God to let you curse them for me from there. So Balak brought Balaam to the top of Mount Peor that overlooks the wilderness or desert, Jeshimon. And Balaam said to Balak, build me here 7 altars and prepare me here 7 bulls and 7 rams. And Balak did as Balaam had said and offered a bull and a ram on each altar. And that concludes Numbers 23. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I pray that you are having a blessed day wherever you are. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoy the reading and you are just getting something out of this. I hope you are, because I wanted to really help those that want to have time with God but have a hard time carving it out during their day, so that you can at least listen while you're driving to work or whatever it is that you're doing. You can listen, watch, multitask, and still have that time with God. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the bell for notifications. And I pray that each one of you, that you have blessings today and blessings on all your tomorrows. See you soon.